Good people, good people. What going on? This is your boy Allison West J Media, and this is the media show with Biz and Coco. We got our girl, Swag Girl, sitting in with me tonight. Coco is somewhat getting hot. What y'all call that? Face beat?
Yes.
You know
I'll
what I'm
see you
saying?
in
Uh, so what going on, Swag Girl? We're gonna get into today's topic. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Think you ready?
yeah, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? We have a couple guests tonight. Hopefully, we got our boy Bam gonna check in with us. We also got pretty damn pretty damn perfect. She's a teacher in the,
Oh,
in the school systems right now, and she's gonna come on and talk to us about teaching during the pandemic. You know what I'm saying? And some of her teaching techniques make her students love her. She incorporates TikTok and a lot of social media games and songs as a teaching method for her kids. Even when they be in other classes, they be want to come to her class. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
fun. Okay, fun learning. Who doesn't want to do that? Especially with everybody being so serious in school now, with the COVID and everything else. So if you got kids that's entertained by education, that's awesome. So I love to hear some of her tactics. So she'll be coming on with us later on today.
We'll be coming on. She's the meaning. What's um yeah, so let's get into some of the gossip. So what's the gossip of the day, Agent? Tell us all
All
the
right.
juicy detail.
Down in Texas, they having this big deal about the abortion laws, and everybody's kind of going back and forth on that. So not to get too deep into that, but if you remember the law that was created, the Roe versus Wade, the baby, we never knew who the Roe baby was. Remember, she was always a
Mm-hmm.
secret. So for the last 51 years, we never knew who this Jane Doe was. Well, she ended up coming out and letting us see who she was finally, and whose case it was back then, which is going back to making the abortions, legal, women's rights, and all that that's going on with them. So you can check that out. Then we got well, actually, I want to get into New York. Do you remember Africa Bubata? Back in the day, like when hip hop was first coming out, KRS-One, EPMD. Anyway, he was kind of one of the big guys back
Yeah,
then. He was,
yeah, that's the one they say we're fucking with the boy, right? He molested some
yeah.
people, right?
Well, I'm glad to live long enough to see that charges was finally brought against him for at least something that he
What?
does.
Hold on, Africa been bottom?
He's been charged with sex trafficking and rape of a 12-year-old boy. So
From what year?
He been prostituting a little boy for like 4 years. So this just happened coming on the heels of R. Kelly. So I'm sure from this story.
Let me stop you there. So you're
Okay.
saying the world-renowned Africa been bottom,
The Universal
just been charged with sex trafficking a 12-year-old boy.
Yep.
And
Sex
it has been
trafficking.
going on recently. So he been doing it like the last 12 months.
He has been doing this like the last 20
I'm
years.
talking about. I'm talking about the case now.
Yeah. This just happened. He's been doing this sex trafficking and prostitution of a 12-year-old boy for the last 4 years. So they've been, however they came about with knowing how long, but that's what they're charging him with. So it's John Doe versus his real name is Lance Taylor. So it's John Doe, of course, since the boy is 12 years old, he's underage, so they can't disclose that. But there are charges there. So he's due. He did it. It was filed with the Supreme Court on August 4th, 2021. So just last month. And the deadline for it would have been the 14th. It goes under a Child Victims Act law that they have there. So the child was able, or the parents were able to file it just in time before the statute of limitation came up. But yeah, that's what's going on. So what do you think about that? Like, I mean, he has a long history. He's dealt with like Diddy, Tupac, everybody who's come from out of New York. And I remember a couple years ago, there was a documentary that was done where you had a couple guys who ended up sharing their stories about an experience that they had. But again, they were adults, no charges were ever pressed. It was just the emotional breakdown of men. And that's kind of where I know we kind of been getting on the subject last couple of weeks about open up about their childhood traumas too. Mm-hmm. But that was kind of one of the stories that resonated with me a few years ago, and watching them tell the story, they were like traumatized. And it was some pretty horrific stories. So at the end of the day, I think once this case starts, then you'll have a lot of people, although they may be adult and didn't press any charges or tell anyone when they were kids, but the stories are still going to resonate to the type of character and the person that he is, because he was, very influential within the city, within the communities, doing stuff, for children. But, no pun intended, we don't know what it was all for. But yeah, so if you want to read more on that, you can definitely go on to the swaglicious.com and read more into that story. And then if you remember the Arbery case that happened earlier about the kid who ended up getting shot down by the father and son, who basically hunted him down like an animal in the streets and killed him. Well, the ex-prosecutor was finally charged. The lady who was on that case, attorney Jackie Johnson, turned herself in. She actually charged with tampering with evidence in the booking for mod. So that's going to be pretty good. They're coming out with a movie in regards to that case with him. So got that going on. Then we had a new Congress introduced us into a new bill, the anti-human trafficking bill. Now they named that after Frederick Douglass, so that's pretty historic. They did that on September 3rd. So we got that if you want to get into your history of things that's going on. So you can definitely read more about that. Then we got a couple new films that's coming out, but we also have the story with Matt P. And did you know that he had his own water company?
Yeah. What is it called? LA Summer, ain't it?
Yeah, it is called. Hold on, let me get it for you. I didn't know he had his own water. I just
he got his own pancake mix, chicken fry, fish fry.
Working on his own grocery store, actually.
Well,
I guess we're gonna need it because right, we go in the stores, the shelves are looking pretty empty when you get ready to go in there. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
So yeah. So we got that going on. So right now, what he's doing with that is just going down in Louisiana, of course, with all the families that's struggling down there in the aftermath, donate some of his water towards the cause down there. And let's see, music-wise, what do you think about this Drake CD that's out? Have you had a chance to listen to it yet?
Okay. Hold that thought. I want to also add something. Okay. Joe Biden signed it today or yesterday. All federal employees must be vaccinated.
Yeah.
So if you're a federal employee, you want to keep a job, you gotta go see Pokemon.
Yeah, and they also added in a clause like they're mandating like for companies with 100 employees or more. So I'm not sure how that's going to be passed down for companies that have 99 employees or less. Like if you have a boutique or clothing store and you've got 3 employees, is it not necessary or a mandate for them to have to get vaccinated? So because we have these areas, so people, smaller companies are going to end up having a lot of people to hire if they're not vaccinating. That's such a hard subject right now, and it's getting redundant. It's getting
redundant. It's getting old. And I think it's a violation of our human rights.
It is. It is, and it's starting to actually become a little violent to some people having a conversation. Because And don't get me wrong. I mean, a decision is your choice for a person, for whatever reasons that you make it. But it just seems to me that some of the people who have been vaccinated, it's like they got this automatic because they did it. Now everyone should do it just because they did it. And it's like you're just now finding out about this virus the same way that I did. You don't know any more than I do, and they haven't explained any more to anybody else. So how did you become so knowledgeable in this vaccine that they just came up with or started working with last year? I don't know. It's just I don't like the whole thing. It's just I think it should be a person's choice. So I'm just trying to figure out, when did we lose our constitutional rights? I mean, if you know what it's actually for, then let me know. Like, if you come out and say we got aliens that's going to be descending down October 1st and everyone needs to be vaccinated so we can live amongst them, then say that. But don't act like you just care about us and it's for our well-being when the whole time since people been here, you ain't been doing nothing but coming up with ways to kill everybody off. So why should I end up trusting these same people with these same feelings to just run out right away to just take this vaccine or not take the vaccine? But now it's coming down to people's jobs, like you said. So sports have been affected, the military.
Well, I just received some information from one of my researchers that Governor Kemp is filing paperwork tomorrow to fight for Georgians' right who don't want to be vaccinated.
He wants to stay.
He feel like they're trying to force people to get vaccinated.
What do you mean trying? They are. I mean, when it comes down to if you want to keep your career, you are forcing people because you're forcing. There was a couple that's family, a source of income into this household, right? So they're both making $80,000 a year. Well, the husband, they both need to get it. The wife doesn't want to. The husband does just to keep his job. He doesn't want to either, but for the sake of keeping a job. But if she doesn't keep her job, then it becomes a one source of income household. I mean, the dynamic changes, and he wants a divorce. And so it's like, is getting vaccinated, not getting vaccinated, coming down to like your marital status? Like it's dividing families. It's people have to make a decision if they're going to keep their careers. It's ridiculous. But if you're in the military and you decide that you don't want to get vaccinated and you leave, do you know they don't get their benefits? That's absurd to me. That's absurd.
You know, it is atrocious. It is absolutely atrocious. And I want to say shout out to Kemp. And you know,
well, yeah, that was a big move because everybody just about really does not really care for Kemp too much. So,
but I want to say something. If Trump was in office, I don't feel like we'll be getting forced to get vaccinated.
Because as far as Trump concerned, he don't care if you want to get it, cool. If you don't, that's on you. If you want to live or die, that's his thing. That's on you. It's a choice. And sometimes, well, I guess his little vicarious, nonchalant demeanor would have came in handy right about now, because right now everybody is just too. I mean, they're acting like this stuff has been around forever, and like I don't know. It's absurd, but yeah, it's a very touchy conversation. I hate the conversation, actually.
Okay, well, we can move on to something else. What's the other topic you were going to talk about?
Yeah, so, well, you probably was gone when I was talking about the ex-prosecutor for the Arbery case.
Okay, I heard about that. It was something else you had brought up, though.
What was that?
I don't know what Master P
out in New Orleans, and then we got the Tiger King. He was a zookeeper. I don't know if you remember him. White, little blind hair, but
you know my boy, Exotic Joe. I love Joe.
Okay, well, his name was Eric, but anyway, so he was found dead in his apartment in Brooklyn. Also, he just recently moved to Brooklyn.
Who you say this is?
They called him Tiger King. He was a zookeeper. He had the television show. His name was Eric Coway, but it was called Tiger King. So some kids.
Nah. You might be talking about it mixed up, because when I'm talking about in prison.
No, this guy wasn't in prison, but he's in heaven now. So but yeah, so he was found dead. So supposedly off of methamphetamine addiction, supposedly, or maybe potentially alcohol, but he was found in his apartment in Brooklyn also. So I don't know. It seems like it's just a lot going on between the alcohol and drugs that's just coming back with the deadly results. Getting into the Michael Williams case, I know everybody is still kind of taking that in and kind of in disbelief about him.
They looking. The prosecution is they are actively looking for the drug dealers that sold him the drugs.
Right.
So we know now
They'll be
It
looking
is
for
fentanyl.
in California too. Then who did the comedian and his other two friends and a couple other people at that
So
party? Well,
I want to say this to everybody. If you're gonna do the dope, get it from a pharmacy. Stop buying that shit off the street and it's gonna kill your ass. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I mean, I know it's fucked up. I'm not promoting drug use or anything.
yeah, but it might be time to make some different decisions because if you just, I don't know, people, I don't know. But yeah, so cocaine is lethal now, so it has fentanyl. I would just probably.
So what about all the people? Because I think in Oregon, cocaine use and all that is legal now, right?
I don't think cocaine use is legal anywhere in the U.S.
Yeah, yes it is.
Really?
Recreational drug use is
That's recreational? Well, dang.
huh?
I said I didn't know that was
Yeah,
recreational.
yeah, yeah. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up.
Hmm. Well, that's interesting if it is.
Okay, here we go.
Man, and they showed the amount of fentanyl that it takes, like a size of a lint ball is lethal.
Okay, can you see that?
No, what is that?
Or can you see my how
I
you spell Oregon?
O R.
Uh,
Well, is that the state that it's in?
yeah, I got it.
Geo.
Oregon.
Trying to say. They got a lot going on in the Midwest. Decriminalized all drugs. Wow. Oh yeah. Possessing heroin, cocaine, methamphetamines
You see it? Can y'all see it?
is no longer a criminal offense in Oregon. Yeah, that was December 10th of 2020.
Can y'all
Wow.
see it? Can y'all see it right there?
I'm yeah, I see it. Uh-huh.
Okay. So
So Oregon
Oregon,
first state in the United States to decriminalize the possession of all drugs on November 3rd, 2020.
yeah.
Wow.
So if
That
y'all see right here, heroin, mushrooms, cocaine in Oregon is
no longer a criminal
is no
offense.
longer a criminal defense. No longer a
Wow.
yeah.
Well, that's where everybody need to be moving to then. Why they coming cramming themselves down here in Georgia? Go to Oregon.
Yeah.
Man, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we learned
So
something.
yeah.
Okay, well, and they taking all day to figuring out about weed. That's hilarious. So anyway, we got Raven Simone. You know she's been doing work over with Disney for a while. So she's been doing her thing, making her own money and acting and doing voiceover things of that nature. So we had Disney that came and approached her about potentially turning her character into a lesbian. And of course, she ended up telling them no. She did not want that to happen. So what do you think about that? Think that's a
Um
invasion of her privacy? Uh, uh
listen, man.
was that?
Listen. I'm trying to show y'all some on my Instagram.
Oh,
Y'all give me a second. Okay. I'm new to this. I'm new to this. Okay, here we go. Now go ahead. So Raven Simone reported that she did not want them to talk about lesbian on the new show.
well, she didn't want them to. She has a character, so they wanted to create the character and make her character gay.
Yeah.
On character on Raven's Home.
Uh-huh.
So it's, even though it's with the LGBTQ community or what have you, she just did not. She made an appearance on this podcast and they asked her about it, but she told them no, she wasn't interested in Disney doing that. Kind of leaving the character as she is. There was no reason to change because they're trying to. It's like this persuasion of stuff is coming in, like with this Lil Nas X thing. I don't know
Yeah,
what
I was trying to see if I found it on your page.
for who, for Raven.
Yeah.
It should. No, I don't know if I put this one on there. No, well, I don't know if I did.
So this is the one I want to talk about right here. Shout out to Raven for standing on, for being a parent. And
Okay.
this is the one I want to talk about right here.
Okay. Gotcha.
So we on Swagger Listen, so we learned how to work the technology. As you can see, on Swagger Girl Media on Instagram and swaggergirlmedia.com, you can see this, but opioid overdoses are killing more Black Americans than ever.
Yeah.
So you posted this story. Tell us about that.
Well, it was just kind of giving the statistics. We know that Trump ended up going on a tour for the opioids and wanted to kind of have an open conversation. At the time when he was going, it was more so the high school kids were more caught up on it. But now they're getting into, especially since this weekend, between the fentanyl and the opioids that are being put in other drugs, we're starting to get some other kind of statistics that's coming out. So the addiction, they're saying, even though it's been overwhelming in the white communities, within the Black communities, it's moving even faster since 2015. So like 100,000 in 2019, you had 100,000 Black people to die from opioid overdose. So I'm not, really, I don't know too many people who are on it, but that was, I guess, one of the choice of drugs for Michael Williams also, in regards to his addiction, that they're talking about in the tabloids too. So they're just, between the opioids, the fentanyl, the cocaine, the synthetic weed, alcohol, damned if you do, you damned if you don't type thing. But yeah, I just don't think they really had got into how the abuse of the Black Americans were with it. But I don't know. I don't really think minorities really think.
Do you feel like it's a monkey see, monkey do type thing?
No, I feel like when you start getting into those kind of drugs, for high schoolers, maybe it's more just trying to hang in with the in crowd, because in high school, from my understanding, it's easier to get heroin than it is to get weed. So, and it's cheaper for them, and the high is better, although it only lasts like maybe 30 minutes or so, and then you're looking for the next high. I don't know. I don't think it's monkey see, monkey do. I just think it's whatever is accessible, and people are just trying to up the ante, up the level. Like they're just wanting to have their minds just blown and are willing to try anything at this point. So
so the next story is on Swagger Girl Media is former rivals G's and Gucci Mane heading out on tour with Rick Ross and others. Now when I seen this, I was like, you know what? This is big. I posted this on Alex West J Media page also because I think street shit is one thing. But when you get in your 40s, you're a parent, you're a husband, it's called maturity. You know what I'm saying? And we all say we believe in God, we believe in forgiveness. You know what I'm saying? I know that, me being a father, whose son has made some did some idiot shit when he was younger. And I would hate it for the world to still judge him. Because you met my son. For the world to still judge. I met your son. Your son's amazing. My son's amazing. So I just see like a father and I look at the world different. You know what I'm saying? Like to be judged for something you did when you was younger and for to carry you for all your life. It's okay to forgive sometimes.
It is.
And I think it's big for Gucci Mane and Jeezy to go get some money to help other people make money. Because people gonna be getting back to work. People gonna have to work them tours. So shout out to them.
Absolutely. And I think I like the idea. I think it's a good time for kind of show unity, especially to this new generation of artists, because at the same time, even though they had their beefs back then, the key thing is that they are both still alive in order to be able to forgive and continue to work together and move on. This new generation, a lot of them had great songs, singles that came out, but unfortunately, they have lost their lives, so they will never be fortunate enough to have a reunion or a forgiveness moment or a tour in the near future. I mean, they won't have reunions because they're not here. So I think for this younger generation, I think they need to like do some research on these two guys because their beef, it wasn't the beef. So I think for this young
I definitely feel that. I definitely feel that. I'm sorry. I just screenshot. Yeah, I definitely feel that. At the end of the day, man, it's all about the money.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's about the key thing is just being an example and being able to display maturity. And even though you may, because we're just not going to like everybody. I mean, half the people don't even like themselves. So let alone liking someone else. But at the end of the day, your opinion of another person can't be so strong that you feel as though you have the right to choose if they live or die. You know, you have to be able to draw the line on how you emotionally allow make you feel about them or yourself. So yeah, hats off, shout out to them, and hats off to them for being able to come together and being able to work together. So I look forward to that tour. It's going to be a couple people on that tour also. You got 2 Chainz, Fabulous, Lil Kim, Trina, and Bootsy's going to be on that tour also. So it's going to
You said Lil Kim?
Yeah, Lil Kim, Trina, and Bootsy.
Oh, I wanna wish Lil Kim coming.
And so the official DJ tour is going to be DJ Drama from
Drama gonna be there.
Yeah,
that's gonna be crazy. I think their first show gonna be in Augusta.
Yeah. Well, actually, no, it's gonna kick off in Atlanta on September 30th.
Okay, so the first show gonna be in Atlanta, not Augusta.
Right. Nope, it's gonna be here in Atlanta.
Yeah. That's big. That's big for the city. That's big for the city right there. That's very big for the city.
Yeah. So I like that. Yeah, I like that. And also, we got a lot of stuff happening in September. I know the BMF movie show starts in September. Yeah, so we got that going on. And then what do you think about okay, Viggs, the relationship stuff? We love these conversations. What do you think about Diddy being with Future and Bow Wow's baby mama now? When just last week we seen him. What do you think?
It ain't no fun. The homies can't have none. She for the streets. Hey, let me tell you something. She definitely upgraded. She went from Bow Wow, the Future, to a billionaire.
Okay. All right. Got this thing girl code, right? So I don't know what the statute of limitation is on that, but you cannot mess with anybody else's ex, especially if they the mamas or the daddies of children, right? Very influential. We know and especially with Bow Wow, Bow Wow just was given, or Chad Moss, was just paying homage to him for, teaching him how to step into manhood and something else in leadership, whatever. I don't think he knew that he was gonna turn around and end up with his baby mama when we just seen him with.
You know what they say. You never know what a mom. I don't think. I want to say this, and I want to put this out there.
Hold with each other. It doesn't matter. So when you done with your girlfriend, your dude can come and end up with your girl. You cool with that? Really?
Yeah, I mean, she's not mine no more. Now I have been in a situation where dudes told me, "Hey, big, have her. You can have her." And then when I get to clapping those cheeks, they get in their feelings.
Emotion you can have. Nah, get out of here. And I don't.
Okay, now listen, we got our first guest for to come on the show, Swagger Girl. So we got Miss B. She's a teacher. She's gonna come on and tell us about what it's like to teach during the pandemic. We're not gonna get into all the extra stuff. We're gonna, keep it, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna bring her in. Miss B, welcome to the media show with BIGGZ and COCO. We joined tonight by Swagger Girl. Welcome to the media show. Thank you. Hi. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you
Okay,
for
so
inviting me.
so
Hello,
Swagger
everyone.
Girl, let me tell you, I'm an Instagram freak, and I'm always watching. I watch things, so which I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean like I like Instagram a lot. I know the perception of me is really not what I think it should be. But anyway, but she is a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you're a teacher in Metro Atlanta, right?
Yes.
Okay, Metro Atlanta. Okay, so but what draws me when I come on the show is she does TikTok with her students. You know what I'm saying? And then one of her posts, she said her teacher, her kid was in other classes. They want to come to her class. So I'm all about championing the community,
Yeah.
especially black folks who are doing right by our kids. And she's on the front line with our children. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into some of that tonight. We're gonna find out what it's like to teach during the pandemic. We're gonna find out what it's like being a young black teacher. I like, can we save our kids? Are their education levels getting better? You know, things of that nature. So welcome to the show, Miss B.
You're
Well,
welcome. Um, to be honest, it is kind of hard. Because you can't be in close proximity with the kids because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
The kids are agitated because they have to wear masks all day. The teachers are agitated because they have to wear masks all day. But I think that, well, like TikTok and things like Snapchat and Instagram, I've always included into my class because that's what they're used to, and that's what catches their attention. That's most of what they all can relate to. So I try to incorporate anything that has to do with social media with my kids because that's what they're on all day. So it makes it
What grade?
easy.
So what age students are you teaching?
I teach sixth grade, but I've taught seventh and eighth. So my eighth grade
Well,
still
that's
come
a
back
good
in.
age because you still can catch them. So
Yeah.
what is your hardest dilemma, if you will, by being a teacher right now?
You mean as far as COVID or as far
As
as
far as
just
being
period?
plain, not COVID, as far as being a plain out teacher, curriculum, things are like, reaching kids.
To be honest, I think the most difficult thing is being able to necessarily relate to this generation,
Mm-hmm.
competing with society as far as like what social media is telling them, and them like realizing that that's not reality
Mm-hmm.
versus what they see every day. So
Mm-hmm.
obviously we deal with reality and we know what's going on because we're adults. But they live in a world where they don't come outside anymore, and everything they see on television, everything they see on social media is real. To
Mm-hmm.
them, it is. So when they come outside and they do stuff that they see on social media and realize that it has like an impact on their life, or they listen to music and they go do things that maybe a rapper said, or they see somebody that said it was cool on Instagram, and then they think they're supposed to go back and do it too.
How
So
how much does this music play on these kids' lives from what you see on the front lines?
it's a huge impact. I think that necessarily because even though we should be censoring our kids listening to certain music, and obviously everyone doesn't because generally you can get around. I don't. To be honest, even if I play music in my classroom, if I would play the clean version, the kids still know the real version. They know it before I do. Most of the time, I know songs because of my kids. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they know more than I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, to be honest, that's sad to say, but they know more than I do. And it's not taught by me, but it's taught by, and it's not even taught by their parents. It's taught by them watching stuff that they've seen on social media. But that's the easiest way for me to connect with them in the positive light and show them things. But I also have to speak, especially since I work in a predominantly African American school. Uh, that's the easiest way for me to reach the kids and then be able to explain to them things that are going on in society. Um, I also teach them things such as that I care about them outside of their parents, and I try to instill in them that other people do care about them. But I also have to explain to them that there are people who do not care about them and treat
Mm-hmm.
them just. Even though they're in the sixth grade and fifth grade, people will treat them like they're adults if they go out there and pretend that they're anything other than the child that they are.
Yeah.
right.
Okay, now we gotta talk about the elephant in the room now. How is it dealing with these parents? Because Parenting was a little different. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do Tamika them like that. Don't do Tamika them like that. I don't know. Of course, you follow me on Instagram. I follow you, so you seen the video I posted when the first day of school in Atlanta, and the girl had a little boy out there in his pamper with no shoes on. So, how was it the first day this year? Did the parents come with their A game?
No, I'm gonna be honest. On the first day of school, we didn't even have school because it ended up being canceled because of So we end up going virtual on the day that we actually supposed to end up going face to face, and we wanted to make sure that everybody was safe. So we had to go through all the particulars of not going face to face. But because of COVID, the first day was like awkward, being that no one knew necessarily. We did because we had been there prior to school opening, but the students didn't know the protocol. They all, it's so many like things that are awkward that you wouldn't even think that they would have to go through, as far as like they have to start staying in certain spots away from each other. Tests have to be spread apart. There's like plexiglass and barriers on the classroom desks. They can't eat in the cafeteria. So even though we're utilizing the classroom to be more face to face, you're still at a distance. But I know that you can tell that the kids are like anxious to be around each other. So the parents on the first day of school, they were ready to get them out of their house because they've been there for like a year and a half actually, because the kids that I have now haven't been in face-to-face school since 4th grade.
Wow.
If you think about it. So my 6th graders that they left school with me are now 8th grade.
Wow.
Yeah.
A whole pandemic. So how has it been? What has it? I'm sure as a teacher, it has taken a toll on you. The pandemic. So, how you doing?
I'm good. Actually, I like the kids are like being face to face with the kids are like a highlight to me. They keep me young. They keep me up. Obviously, you see me on TikTok with my kids. I love being with them. They like, and on top of it, I don't have many kids. So if I'm on TikTok, it's because I have nieces, a nephew. So I jump on it immediately. I'm up doing the dance. I might can't do it, but I jump up there with them because they my babies, and the kids at school are my babies too. So I get up and do it. I love it with them. So when they did cancel school because of COVID, I was just devastated as that. Because honestly, when they canceled school, I was thinking we were going back the next week, and then realized, we were not going back again. And again till it was over, and then the next year where it was just completely virtual, and that decline as far as academically for the kids, like it is horrible.
So do you feel like that's since you brought it up, I wasn't gonna say that. So you saying Keisha them wasn't teaching them kids right?
No, I don't know. No, not every parent. I'm not gonna say every parent. I'm gonna be honest, because even though. Put it this way, I'll be honest. From a standpoint from when I was a kid, and I'm gonna be honest, my mom didn't graduate, but my mom made sure every day that we came home with books. We came home, I would go home. It's been plenty of days I came home and said, we didn't have any homework. My mom would send me right back to the school to go get books. She don't care if you didn't have any homework. You about to go back to the school. And I'd be looking at her like, girl, I did my homework. Thought I was smart like them other kids. I did my homework real fast. At the end of the day, so I wouldn't have taken the books home. My mom was like, oh no, go back and get the books. So I always had books at home. And my mom checked my work. It got to a point that when I got up in school, she couldn't even check my work anymore. But you can tell now that the difference is kids don't take their books home. Nobody's checking it. Nobody's looking at it. And it get to the point, now we send progress reports home or report cards, and someone's just like, why my kid failing? Or why can't my kid read? Or why can't my kid write this? Or why can't my kid do certain things? And learning doesn't just start or stop at school. You should have been teaching your children before they got to school. And also, it also goes after that, because we only with your kids, we are with them for a substantial amount of time, but not enough for them to.
How long is school now? It's 7 hours now, right?
It's forever.
I'll say
It
7
feels like
hours.
therapy. So like I think what class starts at 8:45, they get out around 3:30ish, but that's middle school. So it's different for elementary and it's different for high school.
Oh, so it's around 6 hours a day.
Roughly, yeah, 6 7.
But okay, so what about what about after school programs?
That's if they go to after school programs. A lot of times, because of the environment that we live in, and depending on what area you teach in, a lot of kids have to go home and watch their siblings. Or
Okay,
or
okay.
you can't afford
Mhm.
aftercare, or no one has the means to get you there and back and things like that. Or it's some kids that don't even participate in those things because of COVID. Because even though we are face to face, we're still doing hybrid where some kids are allowed to stay at home. So teachers are running back and forth to teaching face to face and teaching Susie and John and Blake on camera while we're
So
teaching
how? I
face to face.
mean, I mean because Miss B, you're a superwoman, and the media show after Wedge Media, we always take pride, as Swag Girl can tell you. I always want to have those people in our community who are actually doing the hard work to make our community go. And for you to take time out your life to teach in the classroom and doing virtual at the same time, we want to commend you for that. But we also want to know, how the hell do you do all that?
Because I love the kids. Because I love them. They feel
Yeah,
like my
I
kids.
mean, I'm thinking because like this must take up a whole lot of your time though. Like, when do you sleep?
Now.
Yeah.
Now.
My bad. We
I'm
interrupt. We
just kidding.
interrupt.
But like now, most of the time, because I mean, by the time I get home, it's around about 6 or 7. And then I cook and go to sleep.
Mm.
So I mean, I'm getting
It works.
older now anyway. So all that playing outside stuff is dead. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
so you like go home and watch TV and
Mm.
I mean, where else should you be going anyway? It's COVID. Go home and watch Lifetime. That's what I do.
Swagger, do you have any questions for her?
Yeah, I do. I mean, how do you see this? To me, right now, I definitely commend you for being on the front line, especially being in the beginning stages of our children's lives when, they're supposed to be empowered and encouraged and motivated to being the best of who they can be. And now they are now having to live out this nightmare with us and trying to get an education. So I know that's extremely hard. Trying to keep, because kids are usually like sponges and they're like so full of joy and energy at this age stage, and now everything is kind of been tampered with what's happening. But where do you envision, by you being on the inside, like what is the conversation for how they're going to tighten up this way of educating our kids? Because to me, I feel like they're so all over the place. And what I really saw a lot of that happened during the pandemic was parents having to work and having children and having to school them at home. I saw parents doing kids' homework. And in my mind, it just led me to think that in a few years, these kids are just going to get passed on, and we're going to end up with another epidemic of kids graduating who can't read, add, or subtract. But I saw parents doing it just to get it out the way because they just couldn't take the time out to do what, right? So, do you see it, or are you having conversation for how we're going to tighten up this educational sector? Like, will they always be in school, or are they gearing towards doing virtual schooling?
Because I'm gonna be honest, because at that point when, like I said, when the pandemic first started and we assumed no, like it hit everybody. So we never thought that we would have been out of school that long, or even we would be at this state that we are now.
Right.
So we all kind of were just scrambling. And I mean, being that I'm nowhere near being in administration or making the decisions like that, it pretty much was like up in the air for a lot of, because honestly, we all probably thought we were going back to school the next week. Mm-hmm. Just like when they say, "Oh, a tornado hitting," or something hitting, and we say, "Okay, yeah, it's coming to Georgia," and then we go back to school the next day or whatnot, what have you, and then it just started going that it was prolonged. Gotcha. And then they were kind of just accommodating. I'm going to speak for my school, my school district, because I can't, and I'm not going to say school district, but I'm going to speak for my school district and not for everyone else because I don't know how they were operating. Right. But they were doing their best to accommodate the needs of the students and the parents. And though we all, because it was just the point that, okay, we're not going back to school. Because we didn't learn until the end that we weren't going back to school. So now we have to hurry up and set up Google Classrooms and all these things to prepare for the kids. But if your child, before we even, but the pandemic, wasn't properly getting the education they need, because prior to the pandemic, your child, you could have been doing your child homework prior to the pandemic, or your child had difficulty academically before the pandemic. So now just imagine putting that child in a classroom virtually, and they go their video game, they go their TV, they go their brother, the sister. They have to stay at home with them, and then you have to go to work. And so here go the parent is like haywire. The kids, they don't know what to do. They deciding whether I should quit my job or sit here and watch my kids. I don't have money for a babysitter. Now my oldest kid, who's probably like sixth grade, now have to watch their little sister and brother and log on to school. Right. So at that point, it was kind of like you have to feel that way for everybody, because now I'm the teacher, but I also don't have any kids. So it's teachers who had kids and they couldn't take their kids to school. And now I'm sitting over here trying to log my second grader in, but I'm the teacher. So now so it was like that for everybody. Yeah. But now that we're back, it's kids that still aren't here. But now we have kids that have lost their parents because they decided to go to work. I have students that have no mom, that used to have a mom and dad before the pandemic, and are in the classroom now with no mom and dad.
Okay. What do you mean by that
they lost their mom and dad to COVID?
Oh, yeah.
So and then it's like, and so now they have trouble academically that they might didn't even have prior to then. Yeah. So it's just like it's like a whirlwind for everybody, honestly.
Wow, that's so okay. So let's get into that. So you saying you got students who have lost both their parents to the pandemic, to the to the COVID. How is that dealing? I mean, how are you helping those kids get through that situation?
Well, a lot of times we don't disclose that information. We don't ask them that information. Sometimes we are giving the information prior to, or the key.
Sorry about that.
And that's why I try my best to build the rapport with my kids so they'll know that I'm there for them. So that's how I'm privy to a lot of information about some of my students. But when I get that information, I just try to give them my best, because as far as like academically, personally, pulling them to the side for a lot of times, even because sometimes even as kids, if you can remember back, like the special moments you can remember with like your teachers, it's like some of the simplest, like to you, like as an adult, like, girl, that was my favorite teacher, she gave me a honey bun. But it was bigger than that person giving you that honey bun. It's like them giving you that time in that moment that probably somebody else did. So that's what I try to do to my students. And I don't want them to feel like, oh, I'm picking on them, making them feel like, oh, I'm giving this other kid more attention. So I treat them all the same.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I just, again, commend you and thank you for doing your best. But I know mentally they're just in such a, like you said, they're under so much stress now as kids. They're not even able to just be free. And that's just, so hats off to keeping them motivated and yourself and safe at the same time while trying to educate.
You're welcome. I know, you know what I'm saying? It's draining. If it's draining for us as adults, just imagine how we would have felt at 11 and somebody could have told us we weren't going outside.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a couple more questions for you. So is Black History taught in school still?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Throughout the entire year, not just
okay. Because I was under the impression that y'all weren't even talking about them folk no more.
Oh, I emphasize it. I went to HBCU. I went to Talladega College. I emphasize HBCU. And I'm Greek. I do Black History all day.
Good. And you guys should be able to incorporate. They just introduced the anti-human trafficking bill after the Frederick Douglass. They just did that, so that should. I think they need to switch up the Black history too, as far as the different current leaders that we're talking about, and like with Frederick Douglass, like that's new. You know what I mean? Like, we'll talk about some of the things that he did back in the day, but now showing how they're kind of facilitating him in the current, because a lot of people don't even know who Frederick Douglass is.
Yes,
Right?
and I also did Juneteenth because it was founded by my founder. So yes, I do all I go the extra and be all extra with my kids. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Now we gotta. How is it dating being a teacher in Atlanta?
The same way dating for everybody else. There's no difference. Being a teacher don't give me no special powers. I wish it did, but no. It is the same boat that everybody else swimming in. I'm about to say, go find me an extra boat that somebody doing it in, but no, it's the same boat.
Yeah, seriously, it's terrible.
Exactly.
It's terrible, big.
Well, I don't think it's terrible. I just think the women are a little more hard-headed nowadays.
You a man.
Don't get me started. It's because you a man.
Women are more hard-headed now.
Because
you don't like to listen. You don't like to cook.
Who don't cook?
Understand your place.
See, I don't know who you dating because they don't like. Don't say women. Don't put us all in the same group.
Right.
So you like
woman
okay,
you dated,
okay, me B. Say
don't
me. Say me, COCO, and Swag Girl. We say we're gonna pull up on you. You gonna cook dinner. What you gonna cook her?
Oh, I can cook. Though I do.
No. You cook. You should have someone coming by.
I am the person who cooking my whole family come to my house.
Okay. What you gonna cook? What's your go-to meal?
Oh, my go-to meal. Mm-hmm. So I got a rotisserie here on the side of my. I can pull out the whole pork and have it stuffed with cheese, with spinach, cream cheese. Don't play with me. I can.
So you gonna stuff pork that motherfucker?
Yes.
See, I don't eat pork.
And that's fine. And that's why I can turkey burger you. Don't play with me.
I don't turkey burger with cheese. Let it tomato on a good bun.
Turkey burger.
And then that clutch. I ain't hating. I might eat me a turkey burger for dinner tonight. My wife working tonight. So I better be quiet. I know she's watching.
Yes, and I
love all those delicious meals that you barely cook, baby.
Slap him with that turkey burger or something.
Yeah, them delicious meals she barely cooked.
Delicious.
I think she did cook Monday. She cooked Monday, and last thing she made before Monday, she made tuna fish. Well, I got the tuna fish out of Yeah, I did. Got the tuna fish. I got tuna fish, some burger, beef rib, and sausage.
Okay.
So Yeah. So we're gonna move right along before I get put out. Now, we're gonna get put out because she's my mom. We're talking about her not cooking, but I just don't get it. I thought the older you cook, the older you got, the more you cook. But you women, the older you get, the less you cook.
No, you ain't went nowhere. She cooking enough.
It's this key word. It's called love.
It's called don't play with her.
It's called love and everything in her name. So if I leave her, I'm leaving everything. And I don't know if I'm Dr. Dre yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to start over. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to start over. But so listen, Miss B, we're gonna get into everything that everybody want to know about your serious question. We ask every person come on our show, see if you're a real one or not. You ready?
Okay.
Fried chicken or baked chicken?
Fried chicken.
Cabbage or collard green?
Collard green.
Yams or peach cobbler?
Yam.
Is yams a dessert?
No, it's a side.
Come on, man.
I don't know. Is this
who has ever said for dessert we have yams?
Yams is a dessert.
No one has ever
said is a dessert. You just happen to eat it on the side.
No.
Yams so good you can't wait till you know.
My plate with meat is a side. No one has ever said, "Hey, you want yams for dessert?"
Yeah.
And I would look at them stupidly.
What we got for dessert? Yams.
No one says no one.
Okay. So let's get okay. So wing drums or flats?
Flats.
Favorite hot wing flavor?
Lemon pepper.
Blue cheese or ranch?
Blue cheese, because I want to eat it with my celery.
With your salad?
Celery.
Celery. Okay. I'm messing with now. When you not cooking, best soul food in the city.
Oh my God, what's the name of the place? Magnolia Kitchen over here on Hugh Howe.
Oh yeah, what you doing right there? Sit on that plaza. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They got good food, my boy. Yes, sir. They got real good food.
East side. Oh yes.
Yeah, no. Look at that. You see what that is?
On the east side.
This is. This COCO who don't want to who don't never want to fucking work. She probably got them out motherfucking dating shit. She come in on our show, won't join the show.
It is the best one on the east side. I don't go to the west side or the east side of town.
Okay, so why don't you go to the west side?
Because I'm from Decatur.
Boy, greater.
Decatur people don't fool with other people.
Yeah, you know. I love all people that all look like me.
I still love them. I just don't go over there.
Yeah. I go over there sometime. I used to go fuck with Q Time. in the West End. Every now and then I fall through Big Daddy's. Every now and then you get a taste for the beautiful.
I'll go there for Mr. Everything, but they put one in Decatur, so there's no reason for me to go.
Shout out to the one over there in Avondale.
Best one.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's cleaner too.
Yes, that grill clean.
It's cleaner, and you won't get harassed for change leaving out the door. I'm just saying. God damn. Huh? Can you go somewhere and not have to get harassed for fucking change, man?
And I didn't have to pay for water outside.
Yeah, no, and okay. Another thing I want to ask, I just text you and said, add me, nigga. COCO, hold on. You got me waiting backstage. Hold on, let me that's my co-host. You know, we get a look together. Hold on. She did that. All right. Yeah, so yeah, we back. So what I was talking about?
Teacher at?
Huh?
The teacher.
She still there. She just blacked out her screen.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about though? You still there, Miss B?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, you got 10 minutes. Yeah. So let's get back to the story everybody want to know about you. Okay, now by you being from the east side, you from Glenwood?
No, I'm from Decatur. I am from the city of Decatur.
Are you from the OP?
Yeah.
Now you know good and goddamn well. I ain't know that. God damn.
Oh.
Now let's get into that. Now, let's stop the whole fucking show.
Don't stop the show.
What the fuck was it like? Since the OPs was a project in the middle of the most affluent part of the DeKalb County in Decatur.
Okay.
Everything around there was affluent. We took about $500,000, $1 million homes, but it was like this. What OP about what half a mile? What would you say about a quarter mile? How long?
From where? From across the track? From the other side of the track?
I'm saying like, they gonna look dusty. What's going on?
Hey y'all, can you hear me?
Yeah, we back. So
Teacher at?
Huh? Oh yeah. Damn, we like that hat you got on there. How you get that? So listen. I'll tell you off camera, my nigga. I see what's going on. But listen.
No, anyway, how are you? How you doing? I'm speaking to the guests. Hey, Miss B.
Yeah, okay.
Hi, how are you?
This is my co-host, COCO. She been like chatting.
Whatever. I'm sorry I'm late joining in, but I have been watching. I watched most of the show, and it's been really interesting. I like what you had to say about what's been going on in the classroom.
Thank you.
Hey,
Hey,
that
hey,
thing shit in the bathroom.
who in the bathroom?
Ooh.
I
Stop.
can't stand you. It's a whole door behind me.
Let's get back to me and her.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Coco, you got a question you want to ask Miss B? You know what I'm saying? Since you finally on the show.
No, I had a question, but I actually forgot waiting in the backstage trying to get in.
Hey
Um,
man. Yes.
I do want to. I wanted to ask, because I heard you kind of sort of, I'm big on like mental health, and I heard you speaking a little bit, and I don't want to get too deep in it because I know y'all were wrapping up and you got to go to bed. But I wanted to ask you, do you feel like they should be providing like more mental health services in the school right at this point in time for the kids?
Actually, we do. When the pandemic
Okay.
first started and they started doing virtual, they have what's called SELs during class. So they've actually permitted time for what's called social emotional learning, and the
Okay.
students with so where it's nothing condone with academic. We ask how was their weekend. We ask we had them write things about how they feeling about what's going on now, their personal feelings, and it's moments where we don't share it out in class so that the students can feel free to write what they want. um
Okay.
and it's like obviously when the beginning of class they a little shy with writing, but after you build rapport with students, that's when they start.
Right.
They'll whole page you about what's
Yeah.
going on in their house, about them being depressed, just the
Right.
whole lot. So we do that every single day now.
Okay, and I love that. I think that's real important, and that's something I did notice, and I did want to commend you on too, because, like you stated, building rapport is like is really important, especially when you're trying to build relationships and get people to trust you, especially with the kids. And I do see how you are actively engaging with the kids, building that rapport with them, and building that trust. Because a lot of these kids, I worked in the school system for a couple years, and I know a lot of these kids don't have that support at home. Not because the parents are bad parents. It's just like you said before, these parents are overworked, going through a lot. You can't provide that support. So I think it's awesome that you are providing, being that support system and being there for those kids the way they need. I think that's awesome. And I know that's draining on you too. So I hope you taking care of yourself and getting self-care in.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, one more thing, and I'm gonna let it go. I also heard when you were talking about how a lot of the different kids aren't on the same level, right? Because some of them were behind already before COVID, and then after the uh, learning at home or whatever, a lot of them are off. I've always felt like it was, in my opinion, I wish that school systems would consider like placing kids in classrooms or in classes based off of their level rather than their age, so kids won't be left behind. How do you feel about it?
You want my honest answer?
Honestly, please.
It's not gonna work because though you feel like that, and you might be one of the very few, because you might be more accepting of your child. Oh, my child. Just for example, if you say, okay, my child can't read, and you realize that your child can't read, you see your child struggle every day. You say, okay, my child needs to be in this class. I'm gonna put my kid in this class. But it's some parents, and they will know that their child cannot read, won't read, don't do any work, and be like, oh no, how do you send in my class, my kid to the next grade, and you be looking like, but your child
Yeah.
can read.
Yeah.
Why would you want? Or if you tell
Yeah.
them you put their kid in special ed or co-taught classes, they are against it. And
Yeah.
they'll let you pass that kid on to the next grade and will fight you about moving that kid on to, oh, you're not about to keep my kid back, but later your kid can't read. I do not care. They
You
would
know,
rather sit there because they're too embarrassed to have their kid kept
but you
back.
know what?
What is
I'm glad you
COCO?
brought it up.
With the coach, it was another teacher in the room
The
to help
teacher.
them.
I'm glad you brought that up because I see parents who go through that too, where the kids failing and they'll go to hearings and everything trying to fight for the kids to move on to the next grade level. And I'm going to admit this now because my kids are older now, and I hope that this isn't something that they, I'm sorry, y'all see this. But I actually had to make that choice with my daughters. And it came from them switching school systems because, sometimes and this was when they were I think they were like first, second grade. But we moved from like one county to another county, from DeKalb to Rockdale or whatever, and the levels were taught, it was different. And my girls were having a hard time, adjusting to that difference in curriculum and keeping up. And I had to make that tough decision. And I actually did choose to keep my girls back. It was a hard decision because I was worried about the embarrassment they may feel, and how it would be on them. But actually, I don't regret it. They did well, they did better moving forward. Like I feel like going throughout the rest of their school life, I guess, whatever you call it, they did good. They don't graduate it, they're doing well, and I don't regret that decision. But I can't say it was a hard decision to make. So I understand the struggle that parents feel, but I just think sometimes you really got to think about what's best for the kids. And I wouldn't have wanted them struggling through the rest of their time in school trying to catch up.
And that's, to me, I think that's a good thing, because most parents don't come to the realization like, hey, because even though they might be embarrassed, which one is more embarrassing? You getting to the 12th grade and don't know anything that anybody knows, or you sitting there again to actually get on the level where everybody else is. Nobody knows that you're kept back, because unless you just sitting around announcing that you're, hey, I was here again. No, like half the time the kids don't even realize it because they're not paying attention.
Right.
My brothers, they kept my mom did it to my brother because he was struggling, because we moved to a different district, and we move to the city of Decatur. City of Decatur is on a whole different level than other schools.
Yeah.
So they weren't teaching the same thing. So when he got up there, he was looking like, what they doing? Because they taught that they didn't teach him that yet.
Right.
So it was fine to keep him back. To me,
yeah.
But why would you sit there and get your kid a certificate of attendance in high school? Because that's what happens. And you don't tell nobody your kid don't walk across the stage and y'all like, oh, my kid graduated. But a lot of times when they say kids graduated, they just have a certificate of attendance. They let you walk the stage to get a certificate of attendance when you sitting there.
But you know what? And the crazy part is, it's not even just high school. It's going through the rest of their elementary school, like 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th. Like every year they get further and further and further behind, because each year builds off of the last year.
And so and that's what I'm saying, that was before COVID.
See, yeah. So I mean, yeah. I wish more parents would see the bigger picture and understand like how it's hurting the kids more than helping the kids when they're just trying to push them forward to keep up with the Joneses, to keep up with, because everybody else moving to this grade. My child needs to move, and if they're not ready to move, they don't need to move. That's my opinion.
And that's why what you said, because nobody is willing to keep that kid back. You'll have 55 people that you'll never see that parent ever during the school year. When you say you keep that kid back, baby, they call them the district, they call them the superintendent, they call them the principal. Oh, you're not keeping my kid back, but you never help your kid do homework. You never come to parent conferences. You don't answer the phone. But we say you keeping your kid back or giving your kid an F after your kid has done absolutely nothing. Then it is time to act a fool.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
think that's guilt. I think it's guilt, because you haven't done what you were supposed to do. So it's kind of like
some people know, because they don't think that. Some people honestly don't think it's their job. It's our job.
Yeah.
Damn.
So even when they did have the pandemic, they say, "Oh well, y'all need to start paying the parents." Don't get me wrong, because I know a lot of parents did do a job, but I ain't sit up all night and, like, I know I was doing my job. I sat on the classroom many a night in her life. Look, but some people.
I don't feel like
So I can't.
That's hard though.
Excuse me. I don't feel like parents should be paid to teach their kids. That's your child. You're supposed to be teaching them anyway. That thought shit I don't like about these new parents. I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Nobody else. That's what I'm saying. But I did want to ask you something that y'all brought up an interesting point. Is there a way that y'all can override the parents and still keep the kids back? But if the parent want,
no, because I can give you a F every single semester, and no by like long time ago. When you had a zero, you had a zero. If somebody said, "Hey, you didn't turn this in," I'm not giving you any leeway. You have a zero. That doesn't happen now. If I give you a zero and your mama say, "Look, I'm just about to go put a 70, kid, because Because you'll go do the assignment and still do it all. Like I've had call parents, like especially during that pandemic, do a whole. I'm giving work that I know is below level to help them, and they will turn in that same exact form on Google, completely blank, and submit, and then they'll tell their parent, "Yes, mom, I did my work," and the parent will call me after I get them a 0 and say, "Oh, Susie did her work," and I'm like, "No, ma'am, Susie did not. Look at this blank thing that she turned in 2 weeks ago. She's been doing this for 2 weeks." And then I will give her Susie a bunch of 0s. And then you know what happens? You can't give kids 0s no more. I don't know if you guys know that.
What?
The self-esteem. Yeah.
Man,
There's so many things that have changed.
These kids soft as banana pudding, man.
You get kids like 50s.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So is it true? I remember when I was in school, and like even when I was working in the middle school, like it's always been said that like you really can't fail in middle school. Like they gonna push you through until you get to high school. Is it some truth to that?
Yeah,
and I think
but that's not us. That's
high school, and then get the ninth grade, you don't know nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they get to high school and
they get the
that's why they drop out.
That's exactly what happens.
Because so they really are leaving them behind.
Because they're really failing them. Because I'm just pushing you first. I'm just like, hey, ding ding. I'm telling you don't know it, but I'm gonna keep sending you on. When then or we keep keeping you back instead of trying to give you what you need, but when we keep you back to a certain, you can get kept back to a certain point where you're not. Because just think about it. If you keep getting kept back in middle school and you're like 16. And you're sitting there with 11-year-olds, it becomes a risk because why is the 16-year-old with 11-year-old girls and stuff?
Right.
Now we got times where people look like they're going to jail because the 16-year-old look a little.
But see, at that point, that's when the 16-year-old they need to be at an alternative school.
That's not when the alternative school take you though. I worked in alternative school too.
Yeah, I mean I know, but
you have to get removed to go to the alternative school.
Yeah. I mean, I know that, but I just feel like it should be a better way. Like, because they pushing them through for nothing.
So basically, elementary is just really all it is a daycare facility. And if you can get them to learn, great. If you can't, no big deal, because they're going to pass them on. And then once they get to high school and they're of legal age, start charging them as an adult with a crime, then instead of educating, we'll start prosecuting. So you guys are just kind of there in the balance to just kind of.
I just feel like they setting them up for failure, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you just keep putting them in a predicament and you don't have a support system outside of us, because I can care all I want to. I can care about every child that I've ever taught. But when you go out, somebody else don't care about you, and you say, you have somebody that's more of a bigger influence on you. Let me say. And you listen to them or you listen to me. And even though I can love you as much as I want to, they don't make you do the right thing just as well as our parents loved us. They told us to go do stuff. We do it all the time. Right. So when they get to high school and you get that legal age to drop out, and some of your friends say, "Hey, let's go stand on the block and let's go do this," and you be like,
"Hey, drop out or just keep it moving. At least get the G."
This ain't no goddamn modeling contest.
My shirt look crooked and it messed me up. It's throwing me off.
Bro. But listen, I want to ask you a question, me B. What is a good parent to you?
Someone who doesn't criticize their child, who is a support system and not overbearing. That's not overprotective. That gives their child leeway. That don't let their child do whatever they want to. I've just got to a point where I realized that certain stuff that annoyed me when I was a kid, I realized, hey, I wish somebody would do this to these children. Like stuff that, a long time ago when we would sit in our room, we were never able to sit in the room with adults. You could tell these kids sit in the room with adults. Like they won't be in adult conversation. They don't know. They don't. There's no line drawn. I can be talking to an entire teacher about another student, and I look around another kid behind me, like, where is the why are you behind me? Why are we? Why do you even feel comfortable enough to come up where there's two adults talking? You can tell they don't know the line because nobody said, hey, they sit in the living room and sit where adults congregate. They don't know the difference.
Yeah.
And even then, like even though I did know bad songs and stuff like that when I was little, I had to go sneak and find it. You
And
could tell
you don't
somebody
sing it in
is
front of
sharing this
everybody.
with them. Like, hey, come listen to this with me.
Mhm.
So in a sense, like half the time, like I said, when I know stuff, most of the stuff I got from they know more than I do.
I think it's hard for I think it's important, like you say, for them that parents to have that balance of discipline and support. Because I struggled with that with my kids, like I had the discipline part, but the nurturing part I kind of struggled with, So, but I see, the results of it. So I think it is important to have that balance. But I also realize, and I think sometimes the parents, the ones who you're talking about, who spoil the kids and don't discipline, and I realize even though I am a disciplinarian, it's hard being a disciplinarian. Like to discipline your child means you have to not give, you gotta, because it hurts sometimes telling them no. You know what I'm saying? When you got to tell your child no, when you can't give them what they want and let them do X, Y, and Z, like it hurts. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of parents don't have that in them to be willing. The same thing as far as holding them back. You know what I'm saying? It's like I think I just think it does take a certain type of parent, and you have to be willing to take that pain in order to make to do the best you can for your kids. Like this is what I'm trying to say, because it ain't easy like disciplining. It's not.
I think it's more of like us not trying to be our parents. Because I'm gonna be honest, even though I don't have no kids, I was terrified of my mom. My mama could be like, my mama was my mom and dad was in my life. My dad didn't have to say that because my mom would be like, would jump us off immediately. But it was more of like, now I wouldn't want to be my mom because even though it's so many things she taught me, but I was so scared of her. It was just like I needed some of the nurturing part, but I knew she loved me. But it was just like she scared me enough. Like it wasn't even no whooping because you just was scared of you. Like you didn't have to get the whooping for it.
Right.
So
Damn.
you
And
don't
that's
want to
how
be
I
that
am with my
parent.
kids. How are you, Adrian?
I'm good.
No, I say, were you a nurturer, disciplinarian?
Yeah, I was a disciplinarian, but a nurturer at the same time, as far as kind of how to balance all sectors. It's just you got to be real with your kid and their particular issue and what they have. Like you can't be like tunnel vision and like she was saying, looking to go off on somebody not doing their job. Like we got responsibilities. So I made sure that on my end at home, I was doing my part, but also not superseding what the teacher is doing, but just make able to work together. But I just think today's parents, they're just more in their whole reasoning for having children is one thing, and it's not about trying to groom an adult. They're just having kids because they're trying to retain a man, and so more so that relationship falls off. The kid is kind of thrown to the wayside, and they then moved on with their lives and catch a baby by the next nigga and hope he sticks around more than the last. So I just see a lot of neglect more so than these parents and the children, and we're quick to blame the teacher. So I just see finger pointing than educating to me.
Right.
Okay, Miss B, I want to ask you something else. By me being a black man, how the fathers doing?
Right.
No, I'm not gonna go that far, but I don't see as many fathers. But the ones that I do see, they are very active. I see more fathers than I know. But like I said, I did come from the alternative school, so it was at one point I didn't see nobody parents because you could tell like that both of them had gave up on them. Like I was getting kids that were coming from jail, and I was looking at like, and I was thinking in my head, and especially from coming from a parent with a household with two parents, looking like, wait, sometimes in my head, I'd be like, where your mom at? Where your dad? Like, who? Like, where did your parents at? Like, why didn't nobody care about these kids? And a lot of times I find myself so attached to, like, it be peeing me out. I'd be so attached to these kids, and then they go home, and I'd be like, I hate your parents. Cause I'd be like, this is like a sweet kid. Why don't like? Why are you doing this kid like this? But why this kid living like this? Like, I honestly, I probably have like 50,000 of the kids in my house right now if I could just take them kids away, because I'm just like, your parents suck. But you know, you can't say that to a kid. But like, you get in a meeting with them and you be looking at them like, you're like the worst parent ever, dude. So
when I know you have to make some tough decisions sometimes. So when are you watching a child? Do you get defects involved?
if a child comes to me and says somebody touched them in an inappropriate way, I'm immediately going to because I'm a mandated reporter, I'm immediately going to the front office. I don't play about stuff like that.
Yeah.
If I see any kind of bruises or marks on the child, I'm immediately telling, because you can tell now, because you can tell me you got a whooping. I'm not finna go tell you that, because it's a whooping. But if you come in my classroom and you got whelps and blood and stuff, I'm going to the office, because there is no debate, because there's no way. You need to calm down before you whoop your child. There's no way in the world you should be whooping your child that hard. They got whoops and bruises and stuff all over them.
Right.
That's going too far. You need to go in the back and count to 10, or you need to go take a breather before you whoop your kid. Because a lot of times, like I said, all of us make decisions that report time, but you just don't go overboard with whooping nobody's child. That's crazy.
Yeah. So what about if the kid's dirty and smelly?
Consistently?
Yeah.
Then you gotta think about also in middle school. So a lot of times in the middle school, you really kind of don't know your body like you think you do. So even though your mama said get in the bathtub, especially like boys, you get in the bathtub, and now you don't have you got PE. So they out there raining, and then you come back and you musty and your clothes dirty. So that's a little different, because you might come in, girls, you know, they going through they changes. So everybody.
Yeah.
But if you come in and something,
Man, tell the boo you almost finished, man. Tell him he'll call 9 times.
He said bedtime.
That was not 9 times.
Huh?
That was not 9.
Okay, fine.
He knows bedtime. He like, damn, I
see your little pupil. Look, I see your pupil doing like this. I said, there you go.
No.
It's talk time. It's pillow talk.
Yeah. Okay, so you saying like kids go do body changes, so the odor and the dirty part is part of them growing up.
It's middle school. They all dirty. They all dirty. Because then they be such in a rush to go anywhere. They been on kids be playing at the bus stop, rolling out. They be doing some amazing stuff that you wouldn't even think. Rolling out in the grass. Like when I'm riding past school, they be running by, maybe falling in the dirt. I'm looking like, and the parent probably didn't. If you have a kid, just imagine the time you sent your kid to school and you thought they were pristine, and then when they came back, they have sticking up on this side. So just imagine when you left to go to work, you said go in there get dressed, and your kid probably done painted on the kids do the most. Just put it.
Yeah. Well, I had took care of my niece and nephew for 3 months. Me and my wife, and they was in middle school. And let's just say that was like some of the hardest 3 months we ever had to endure. Because like you get them up, you feed them, take them to school, and their clothes be like, because I be like, why the fuck would you? But I've been a child, so I'm like, but why would you write on your fucking clothes? Like we wrote on our motherfucking notebook paper and shit. We wrote them goddamn pattern. I said, now by the time I get home, it's 9 o'clock at night. I don't want to go in goddamn Walmart and buy them on motherfucking goddamn uniform pants. But or like you didn't feel the chocolate milk running down your shirt?
No, somebody threw it at them.
They were playing. They were having food fight.
My clothes is clean. You can't go out my house looking like that.
See, but that's the difference. You see how you just said, why you write on your pants at this time? Nobody want to go to Walmart. See, you went to Walmart. That parent, the other parent,
They
ain't playing with you. You taking those stupid pants that you uniform pay that I just paid for, and you wearing them right tomorrow because you don't wrote your name on it like you didn't know it on your pants. I just had a kid today. I looked at my permanent marker right on his forehead, and I said, "Leave it on there. We gonna keep teaching."
Man,
why you writing on your forehead,
when their mama got them back, she was like, "Man, these motherfuckers like some little goddamn little soldiers." I had them in a real motherfucker. They was so happy to be with their mama. They were hugging all over when they got that one.
They ain't never coming back to your house.
Little motherfucking cleaning team, but 9 o'clock bed, TV all like, that's how I was raised.
Yeah.
That's how I was raised.
Yeah, you really had your clothes ironed and laid out for the
damn right. We didn't wait till the next morning.
Yeah.
We had an incident. Wrinkled. They went to sleep at 4 o'clock. They were playing the game. They was on the phone. They were playing the game.
Nah, none of that.
No, this what happens now.
And I mean, it was a very refreshing experience. You know what I'm saying? You know, people outside talk about my kids all the time, but no, I mean, that's what I think what good parents do. They talk about their children like they're a reflection of you. But I mean, like, you know, you be around my kids. All my kids are smart, intelligent. You know, they're not the most humble.
I don't know where they get this from.
I'm gonna say that they're like smart and intelligent. They're not the most humble. Like my kids are bad. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about
bad, but like, you know, I'm not really. I'm a parent. I'm not really like they partner. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we cool. You know what I'm saying? I love my kid. We cool. We can talk, but I'm like, no, we don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of time nowadays, I think parents too friendly with their children. Like you said, they expose too much to their kids. You know what I'm saying? But listen, we're gonna get into some of your musical tastes. We know you got to call Boo back. We don't want to get you you know. So when you having a rough day, who are you playing to calm you down?
Flowtree.
Okay. Throwback mom. Okay. That's some of that COCO music right there.
Yeah, shut up. No, I got one big. So when your boo call you back tonight, and when y'all pillow talking, what's playing in the background?
Something that R. Kelly?
No.
Oh.
Okay, sorry.
I'll be saying it's something way inappropriate. I don't want to say it.
Oh.
Go ahead. This grown folks show.
Well, what is it?
I know now. I want to know.
I don't know, because now I'm just like think my head all over the place. So I'm like, if we talking about slow kinky or like fast kinky?
You say who?
Because if we playing fast kinky, then I'm gonna put on Kilo, Love Ring Mouth on. They'd be like, and then
I wasn't ready.
Like,
I wasn't ready.
Then I'm gonna put on.
You say Jacques? Okay.
Shout out my boy Jacques from West Chapel.
Yeah.
Oh, she said Kilo.
No, we being nasty. Like I'm finna go to free nigga. Like type.
Yeah.
No, we talking about.
You know what, man? We caught you, Drew. We caught you, Drew.
Y'all call me to be a teacher, not be in the phone.
Yeah. Be real. We caught you, Drew.
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah. Like I say, teachers need loving too.
Right.
All that loving you getting away, you need loving too.
Self-care. That's self-care.
And okay, now I want to ask you one last question before we get you up out of here. Have you ever dated one of your parents before?
Oh, one of the kids' parents.
Oh, hell no.
Have anyone tried?
No.
Okay, I'm just asking. I just gotta ask.
I do not want to screw nobody parent.
Me?
They don't even act like the child don't even act like they got no sense. So why would I screw somebody parent? When they come in there and be like, Miss B was at my house last night. Oh hell no. You would never say you seen me nowhere. I run if you see me at Walmart. You will not see me in your house with your daddy.
Right,
You lie.
my daddy.
I feel you.
You at my house all the time.
I feel you.
I would be so embarrassed. I would go home. Miss B was at my house last night with my daddy. Oh, I need to switch school district. Ain't nobody that cute. And he been pay my. He got to give me my whole check. Oh, hell.
Okay, since you brought that up, I didn't want to talk about that, but since you said something, do you feel like teachers are underpaid?
Absolutely.
I do.
For that.
I do.
So you feel
I
like
feel like they
teachers
should be paid more than damn a lot of these folks. Because they the reason why people making it. Shit.
They need an additional check for virtual teaching and physical teaching. That should be 2 different checks.
If you're parapro, meaning you're like you still like a full life teacher, you just don't have you don't get the benefits, and you be just as much as everybody else. You bring home $600 every 2 weeks.
That's terrible.
That's horrible. You can't live off that.
I know.
And then they doing just as much. They doing more work. I feel like they do just as much work as teachers.
They do.
I wanna say something. I want to look into this camera. You did it wrong.
Yeah.
You did wrong what you're doing to them women, to those guys. Sit on every 2 weeks. I can go to McDonald's and make that. Gotta fight with them kids. Get my ass whooped for $300. That's love, man. So, Miss B, we want to thank you so much for coming on the media show with BIGGZ COCO. COCO finally decided to join. You know, some agent on the gossip, man.
Now I'm a man.
What? You know, motherfucker. You see how they always at my throat. They always at my throat. You know what I'm saying? We have the lovely Coco and the lovely Swagger Girl on the gossip. Thank you, Miss B, for coming on the show. We really appreciate you, man. It was an absolute pleasure. All you gave us some good information. And we here after West J Media, if anything we could do, they ever help the kids, just give me a call, and we trust me. And
I don't just come keep them children. I got
no. Let me explain something to you. I had ass on the schedule.
You think that? Don't make me film that, Clay. You ain't gonna be on
Let me tell you something. I'm old school. I whoop their ass.
Look, they don't even know Miss B. There been Biggs leave out of there looking like the clothes tore up. They drag him.
He gonna go to jail by the end of the day. He beating the children.
No. Let me tell you something. It's a strike zone. You got a strike zone this big.
Not strike zone.
Right there, that's strike zone. You land all on butt.
These kids different than they tell you.
Huh? What you say? What, Miss B?
Corporal punishment is illegal in Georgia. And only in it's other states you can actually whoop people's children. You touch people's children, you going to jail.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say something, Governor Kemp.
Your friend.
He is not allowed to let you beat them 4 children.
You need to change these laws. I got my ass whooped. Coco got her ass whooped. Swell got her ass whooped.
Yeah.
And we okay. You want to stop the violence? Start whooping these kids' ass again.
Not in school.
Not in school.
In school, in the principal office.
Yeah, remember Adam?
The principal used to whoop. Yeah, the principal did used to. When we were kids, they did. I ain't never get whooped.
I don't know about the principal whooping people. Maybe I was too scared of my mom to know that.
I never got whooped, but I know the principal did. I think my brother got in trouble before, but I ain't.
Yeah, we just get our ass whooped with that paddle. 5 hit. Wow.
Oh no, I ain't never go to the principal.
When you ass back to class, you had your mind motherfucking right.
No. Even when they called my mom for honor roll, I said, "Don't call my mom. Don't call my mom for shit."
Back in the day, if your mama daddy came to that school, they were gonna demonstrate on your ass. It wasn't nobody could do to stop it. So imagine the question: do parents ever come to the school and whoop the kids?
Not this
but you know what? They can get in trouble.
Yeah, they call the police on parents when they whoop the kids.
That's crazy.
That's child abuse.
Now, so I ain't gonna lie. Now, back when I was at the school, you had some teachers, and I would agree with it, where they might tell the parent like, "You can step over here in there off where ain't nobody see it, and you know handle your business," and they ain't gonna say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes, because sometimes I feel like them kids needed it, but not in front of. I didn't agree with them in like doing it in front of, like trying to do it in front of other people.
Let one of mine.
But
You going to jail? Do it in front of them.
You going to jail? Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I'd rather go to jail than see my kids in hell. Now I do that. You know what I'm saying? I do that. I'd rather go just see my kids in hell. Hell no.
Get out and go home and beat them again.
Man,
Right, for
my
making
motherfucker man beat the. Well, my mom said I beat the fuck out you. hey, boy, they said they finna call my daddy. Whatever I was doing, end it. Oh, I'm straight. I ain't. I know my mom and daddy from the hood, East Lake Meadows, Mechanicsville. They come to invite. They come to disrespect you. Ain't gonna be no. Oh, we're gonna go in the bathroom. Well, if I catch your ass, you catch his ass whooping. I'm gonna take off. You know, baby, I'm gonna kick off that goddamn shoe.
Oh, it's a wrap.
Hey, you want? What is that? I wasn't ready. But you know, Miss B, you know what I'm saying? All jokes aside, we really appreciate you coming on the show, man. Well, you got any closing words for us?
Thank you for inviting me. It was so nice. I know I look like a mess, but thank y'all.
Nah, you're a beautiful black queen.
Beautiful woman. Listen, and thank you for all you doing for these kids right here.
That's the mess right there.
Everything
on the other side of the screen.
Clear your glasses. Clear your glasses. I don't think you can see. They look
that blurry goddamn Apple computer. That shit's so blurry.
I just say probably clean. I ain't.
Why are you clean? You do not look like a man.
Yeah. She got a little chin hair. Got a little chin hair. Got a little chin hair. Hey, Coco, you see how good Adrian look tonight?
I know. I wanted to say, I want to interrupt the interview, but I was finna say, you glowing, Adrian. You over there looking like a little doll and stuff.
Right. Embarrassing everybody.
I think the boo been over there.
Oh,
on the way. On the way, big. He on the way.
Oh, yeah.
On the way.
She on the edge of the seat waiting.
And she been ready for us to end this thing. She ready to wrap this thing up because he on the way. He probably, about to pull up. So
this is because of the BIGGZ and COCO show. This is why. Other than
the media show. Yeah. Hey man, well man, it's been real, man. Miss B, we really thank you. Come shout out us guests. Bam, you know what I'm saying? He doing a life sentence in prison. So his reception went come through. I really want to talk. He doing a lot of positive things and he doing a lot of conflict resolution inside of prison to try to combat some of the gang violence in prison with the young boys. You know what I'm saying? And he's even brought out to the streets. He's someone come home. He put in a position for them to get, you know what I'm saying, positive things going on in their life. You know what I'm saying? Me being a parent of a child who what the hell my phone at? Anyway, but yeah, me being a parent of a child who did do, you know what I'm saying, a long stretch. I know how hard it is for the people to come home and real just. We really want to sit down and talk to him because my son speaks so highly of him. My son don't really speak highly of a lot of people. So he must have been a great person. So maybe next time we'll get him on up. But Miss B, thank you so much. Like I say, you gotta be, my DM is always open. Anything you need for them kids, don't feel free to reach out. And they'll tell you. Agent Coco will tell you. I ain't capping. You know what I'm saying? I really you know what I'm saying? I really do.
Anything but read. He can't read to the class. So if you need somebody to read to the class, he can't do that. But anything else, he gonna come through for you. I'm vouching for him. I promise you. Anything else other than reading.
Okay.
Now you know I'm dyslexic.
It's okay. I won't ask you to read for them.
I'm dyslexic.
Oh, God.
They probably know this because some of them can't read.
But listen, okay. I'm dyslexic, but so is Elon Musk and Kanye West. Okay. So
whatever.
And they big now. You know what I mean?
What they got to do with you?
But I can read.
Okay.
I just can't find shit. What the hell my damn phone?
They go read some of them captions on his page, okay? When you go to his page to read, you gonna see. He can't spell either. He struggled, but It's all. We still love you, Big. It's okay.
I'm not gonna.
What the hell my goddamn?
He done lost his phone. Yeah.
Hey man, next week we
saying bye again.
Right. He done said it.
We gonna see you later, Miss B. We'll
All right. See y'all later.
You know what I'm saying? All right, B.
Thank you.
Don't y'all ever try to embarrass me like that.
Look how quick he was with it as soon as she hang up, though. Like somebody mama.
Coco, wrap the show up.
As soon as the company leaves,
Coco, since you was off for the last hour and 20 minutes, we want you to end the show this week with what has got on your nerve in last week.
Coco,
you put me on. I had a lot going on.
But what got on her nerves?
Yeah, you know, we start show off with
I know, but I wasn't, you know.
About. My son, I don't know what the fuck the boy put my goddamn phone at. I'm sorry.
What done got on my nerves?
I think we.
Did you do a post that I was talking junk about? I was mad. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That made me that got on my nerve, and you in particular.
Okay, hold on, Coco. Let me pull the post up. Let me pull it up. Let's pull the post up. Let's pull the post up. Let's go here. And you tell me what post you're referring to.
You know what post I'm referring to.
He done pulled it up on the screen.
Yeah, you what?
So we got
there you go right there. There you go.
Okay, so let's watch this video.
Okay.
Celebrating his birthday. He been in Suno Weather since day one, since he started for the open. This seen at the bar, Mr. Mars, with his young 80s.
Okay, so that was a controversial video that I posted on the After West J Media page this week about the Pseudo Lounge in Conyers, and an altercation happened between two African American males, and I posted, my caption was, "This is self-defense to me." Me and Coco had a big disagreement about it. So Coco, go ahead and express yourself and how you felt about that video.
Okay, so I was disappointed that you said it was self-defense because for one, it like, okay, so they were arguing.
Let me stop you there. Would you like for me to explain my self-defense point and you retort, or would you like to go ahead and I retort you?
You go first because you don't like to listen. Go ahead.
No, let her. Yeah, because she missed whatever your point was. It was specified. So this is.
He never made a point. He never really made a point. He just kept saying self-defense.
Yeah, but whatever why he said it is not why you feel the way that you feel. So you should go first. Why you even made it?
Okay, yeah, because really, no matter what he says, it's not gonna change my mind. Because okay, so to me, I feel like the two of them, it's not because two people arguing in the bar. First of all, the man in the black already had the gun in his hand the whole time. You see what I'm saying? Like, why is there a gun in your hand? Like, to me, you already
his gun
ready.
was not in his hand, his gun was in his pocket.
No, if you look at that video, the gun was right there in his right hand the whole time. Yes, it was.
Let's pull the video back up.
Yes, it was his right hand the whole time he was holding that gun. And
find exhibit A.
Yeah, he pull it up because he had the gun in his hand the whole time. At one point, you see him look when I feel like people were saying when he saw the camera, now you want to turn it up a notch.
Right.
The gun is right there in his hand.
The gun is in his pocket.
The gun is right there in his pocket. It's right there in his hand. You see it? That gun is in his hand. Adrian, you don't see that gun? The gun right there in his hand. He never went to his mouth.
You see he pulled it out.
Play it again. Look, you can see the little. You can see the gun right there.
I just dude push him, he pulls it out.
You don't see that gun figuring right there? You don't see
He
the
got
shiny
his
thing?
hand on it. It's not in his hand. He has his hand on it. It's in his mouth.
In his hand. He's holding it. It's in his hand. He's holding it. Whether he's holding it in his pocket, in his hand, it's in his hand. You see it right there. Like, look.
His hand is on.
His hand is on the gun right there. You see the gun.
Watch his arm. The dude pushing. You gonna see his hands free. Watch.
No, his hand is still in the gun. His hand is on the gun.
His hand was free.
No, big. No, it's not. You making this big. His hand is on the gun right there. Look. When he back up, you can see the little shiny thing in his hand. You see, like, you see it right there.
When he pushing his hand,
Big.
nothing in his
Big.
hand.
Okay, I'm gonna go back and forth. I see the gun in his hand.
He got on.
Big.
Okay.
Big. No. Big. Just minimize it.
Matter. Continue.
We're gonna go back and forth because I'm telling you, I saw the gun in his hand.
Continue your point.
Anyway, to me, like he was the aggressor. How is it self-defense if you're the aggressor? Like he was backing up, and then it's like you back up, you see the camera, then you turn around and try to tell this grown man to sit down. You telling him to sit down. Dude, like I'm not how you going, you're not my fucking daddy. You don't tell me to sit down. You know what I'm saying? When the dude refused to sit down, he walked up on the dude. He was the aggressor. He walked up on the dude and kind of like he came into that dude's face. So to me, that dude was using self-defense when he swung on him because now you have entered my personal space. And before he walked up on him, I felt like both of them were respecting each other's space. It was just words being exchanged. The dude in the black walked up, approached him, touched him, and at that point, the guy in the white had every right to swing. Like he had the right to defend himself. So I feel like he was defending when he swung. That was him saying, "Get out of my personal space." Dude in the black didn't even try to fight. He didn't do nothing. He immediately pulled his gun out after he done got swung on. Because he can't fight. He's a bitch. Like, why would you do it? Like, to me, how is that self-defense, though? How is that self-defense when you walking up on somebody?
Okay.
Yeah,
Can I record? Am I allowed to talk now?
Okay. You
Okay.
saw the gun in his hand, Adrian.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Hold on.
And that's how he did his hand like this. He shot down.
It was in his hand the whole time.
Okay. Anyway, I know.
So what did you mean by self-defense?
Okay, if you guys would allow me to speak, I would explain my point.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
In Georgia, we have a stand your ground law.
Okay.
He should have stood his ground.
You say something, I'm gonna mute your ass.
Oh, he should have stood his ground where he was. He shouldn't have walked into that other man. He walked into his space.
Like I was saying, in Georgia, we have the stand your ground law. Okay.
Don't be looking at me.
Hey, bro, I'm trying to get my point out. In Georgia, we have a stand your ground law.
Okay.
Where it says that if I feel threatened that you're going to do me bodily injury, I have a right to defend myself with deadly force.
So you're for the guy in the black shirt.
Yeah. Let me tell you why. The reason why I say this is right. He gave 3 warnings in the video. He gave 3 warnings. Bro, you got it. Sit down. Other dude like, fuck, he walk up on me like, hey, boy. He get closer up on me.
No, he didn't.
Bro, listen, can I finish making my damn point and interrupt you? Have some respect. I know you don't respect me, but just try sometime. He walked up on him. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He said, hey, sit down, nigga. Home put his hands on him. And when you put your hands on somebody, you do not get to decide how they return.
Okay.
You done? Are you done?
And Rockdale County agrees with me because the man has yet to be arrested.
Well, looking at the hard to tell what happened. So you saying the guy with
they got to argue about a bottle of Casamigo.
Okay.
Big. At the end of the day, that's what.
Hold on, let me get my point out. They got to argue
about. You pausing too long. I thought thought you were done. You keep taking these 5
hold on.
minutes.
God, let me mute this nigga because she talking too much. They got an argument, Adrian, about a bottle of Casamigo.
Okay.
The guy in the black had bought several bottles of Casamigo.
Okay.
So they only had like 1 or 2. So he bought the last. We were like, damn, why would you buy some other bottle? They ain't have but a few left. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Let everybody get something to drink, bro. You feel me?
Okay.
So dude in the black, like, bro, they ain't got nothing to do with me. Need to talk to these folks in here.
Right.
Gonna get the fuck away from me. You know what I'm saying? The other guy in the white came over to where that black dude in the black was sitting at. That's why they had a phone out to prove that we didn't come in your area.
Okay.
You came in my personal space, being aggressive with me about some liquor. And I'm a paying patriot.
Okay.
In my spot.
Okay.
You came over here. You're talking crazy. You'll do this. You'll do that to me. I feel threatened.
I think they would have been okay if the guy in the black hadn't leaned in and whatever.
That's what I'm saying. He walked up on
They would have
him.
been okay if when I told you go sit your ass down somewhere, you
don't tell me to sit down.
You would have self-control.
No, he should have had.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Coco. If your man tell you go sit your goddamn man down before I slap the fuck out you, right?
What you think I'm gonna do? You think I'm finna go sit down? No, I'm gonna do what dude in the white did, and I'm gonna be like, nigga, make me sit down. What the fuck? When
he take ass on your motherfucking feet, you know about why you hit me?
No, because we fighting. Now that's a fight. I ain't finna shoot you. It's a fight. And to me, like, you making it seem like the dude, like, he came to white. The guy in the white never came into his space. Listen, Big, I hear everything you saying.
Why are you over here checking me about some shit I ain't got anything to do with?
Big, because that's what, and like, he could have been wrong. Like, you know, sometimes we can both be wrong. Like, just because 1 wrong, 2 wrongs don't make it right. Yeah, he shouldn't have been over there, but he still wasn't in your space. He didn't put his hands on you. He didn't touch you. He didn't walk into your personal space. He was still standing. He wasn't in that man's face.
One more time.
Yeah, he went in his face though. The dude in the black walked up on him. I could see if the guy in the white walked up on him and swung.
The guy in the black originally stepped back. Then he took a step, leaned in and like bumped him or said something.
Yeah, like right now they're both like
he's talking aggressive to him.
He's talking. They both
talking back. Hey, my boy, go on about your business, bro. Go on about your business.
It don't matter.
That's
go about your business, bro.
That's when he was aggressive.
Get out of here.
Dude walked up on him first of all, and second of all, the dude ain't got nothing in his hand. The man know the dude. If he gonna do anything, he's swinging. So to me, at the end of the day, be it all that self defense, whatever. At the end of the day, that man is a whole hoe. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't fight somebody swing on you. You don't even try to fight.
Let me ask you a question. If you're being accosted, right? You being accosted, somebody beating your ass, right?
You know how it don't matter. I ain't finna be.
Let me ask you a question.
You know I'm not pulling no gun out.
Somebody beating your ass.
You know I'm not pulling out no gun, bitch.
Adrian, if somebody's beating your ass, right, and you fear for your life, would you use deadly force?
No.
Because that's what I'm saying. That wasn't no fear for no life situation. That was a regular fight. And then it ain't like the man was beating his ass that bad. He got hit like 3 times. Like, swing back, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Swing back, defend yourself. Try to defend, at least try to hit the nigga back. You know what I'm saying? I can see if you try to hit back and you getting beat up, then, you know, still don't shoot. But he didn't even try to fight. He didn't try to fight. It's like soon as somebody, your first thing is shoot. I mean, if you can't fight, just say that. If you can't fight, sit down and shut up. If you can't fight, if he can't fight, he should have told the club security.
Adrian, what you say?
The scenario, because like you saying, what I in self-defense now, if I'm in a gas station and I'm pumping gas and I got my gun and somebody is trying to take my car, whatever, I may end up feeling amped to protect myself in that sense. But if I'm in a club, I'm not going to go and start antagonizing or start something. I'm not going to do that. Like, he should have went to the people who own the club and asked them inventory.
Right.
You don't go to another patron because he's spending his money and
that's what the guy in the white did. He went and tagged out the dude in the black.
The manager, right? He shouldn't have never even approached the black guy, but with the black shirt. But my thing is with the men, Women, we don't wake up with a gun anticipating to shoot someone. You men guns and turn it into the goddamn Terminator and hit the streets are looking for
a reason to use it.
Have a conversation. If I'm carrying a gun, you have to have a certain type of mental responsibility, and you have to know, have the discernment of knowing when to pull that out. And when you are in club with other people, you don't pull out a gun because you're having a conversation. Take him outside, shoot him in the parking lot, but don't have this serious confrontation over liquor inside of a club where it's innocent bystanders. Take the shit outside and kill him.
Well,
because anybody could have got shot. And can I say one thing big? Just like you said, though, Adrian, the dude in the white, yes, he should have talked to management or somebody. But that's the same thing, dude in the black. If you can't fight, if you can't, and you know you're not trying to fight, and you got a gun, and I'm gonna shoot because I ain't gonna fight, he should have told the club, because that's me too. That would be me if I'm in a section and I done bought bottles and somebody coming over here yapping in my ear. Security management, I done spent all this money on bottles. Y'all better come check this and get him out my section. That's what he should have done.
Coco, I want to say this. I want to say it's a loss because 2 brother lives were affected forever. And I want to say we're praying for both families. We're praying for both families involved, especially the guy in the white shirt. You know, just because
he passed away?
Some people saying he passed away. Some people saying he's still alive. I haven't confirmed anything. But whatever, I'm still praying for both families because just because I feel it was self-defense does not mean I want to see another black man shot and injured. You know what I'm saying? I wish they could have talked it out, but I just know sometimes when liquor is involved and you feel threatened, you know, things happen. You know, I want to apologize to the family that what I'm saying offends them. Right. But I want to say this, Coco and Adrian.
I ain't apologizing to the dude in the black because I don't care.
Okay, you ain't, but I did. Thank you. So let's say we out at the club, right? I get us some bottles. We out having a good time. You know, we drank Casamigo and whatever, right? And I buy the last bottle of Casamigo. A dude over there harassing me about the damn. I'm like, bro, call the goddamn security. I know what I'm saying, right? And he attacked me. Y'all know I'm fat. I got short arms. I got asthma.
Jesus. We're going to whoop it.
We're going to jump him. We're going to jump him.
So y'all want my fat ass to be in there wrestling with this young ass nigga. Taking his ass whooping.
With a bottle.
Listen, I'm picking up one of them bottles of Casamigos. I'm finna go outside that nigga head. Like, I'm not pulling out no gun, though. I'm not killing nobody.
I just want to make sure we have any situation. Now look back and tell y'all, come on, let go. Like, y'all better come. Okay.
Yeah, I'm leaving because I'm all for it. I ain't
gonna get on in the ass. You finna get on in the ass. You better get the fuck up out of here, big boy. Hell on, boy.
Yeah.
Hey man, look, bro. I don't know what you're doing, my nigga, but you need to go talk to them folks in the back. I ain't giving you shit.
Yeah.
Man, you know, nigga, I know that brother shit. Give me my 400 back. You can have one of these bottles. Give me my 400. I'll give you a bottle.
Yeah, because it ain't that deep. It ain't never that deep, for real.
But then nigga might look at you and pussy. I want to show y'all something.
I think everybody be putting on for other folks.
Secret sent me this today. They got my name on them.
Okay.
You can use some period panties. I think you'll do good with the new shorties.
I spent so much money with my wife at Pink that they send me the coupons. I want to say something to Pink. Victoria's Secret. You don't ever send me no shit like this again. My wife thought this was the funniest shit she had seen in a long time.
Biggie ain't gonna get you no period panties. You saw the ones, the shorties, they look like boy shorts. I think them be cute on you. And I know they got different prints. Yeah, you should get some with some polka dots or something.
I think you'll do good in
leather. You know, y'all ain't talking about shit.
Quit muting my mic. I wish I could mute his mic so bad.
Period panty, right?
Yeah, I think you, because you know you be going through it, Adrian. You know he be having his cycles. You know, be moody. And
stuff. I do not. What the fuck? I don't have no motherfuckers. Girl, I'm gonna call you something. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot what week it is. I think
I spend good money with them. I feel I'm trying to look out, but don't ever send me no shit like that Victoria's Secret ever again.
I mean, don't be mad at them. They probably won't call that movie.
Shout out to Pink, Victoria's Secret, sending me period panty coupon.
I thought that was pretty nice.
That's what I'm saying. That was nice. You gonna need them because I think next week, within the next 2 weeks, I think that's when your cycle comes. I think it was like around, like right before the first.
What the fuck is you talking about? I don't have no
when you be getting your moves.
Man, you so goddamn extra. I'm gonna let you live today. I'm gonna let you live. Cause me and Adrian could really, really goddamn. We can turn it up a little bit. Don't let it go. Adrian, we're gonna let her live tonight. We're gonna let her live.
Don't do that. Don't do that. You're gonna get off live doing that. Don't do that.
She gonna hang up.
I will hang up for real.
Nah, man. But
you know he's talking about Adrian. I can't stand him.
She knows she's talking about. Why she laughing? And like I want to say the other night when I hung up on both of y'all, it was. I want to apologize.
Yeah, it was very abrupt.
Yeah, I had to go wipe it.
Adrian, I said, Adrian, you know that on Color Purple when the dude with the piano like, whoop, time to go.
Yeah, that was. You know, my wife had came home, and we had to end abruptly. Because we didn't want no.
Yeah, because Adrian's in the middle roasting your ass.
We're gonna keep it offline.
We love you, though. We love you.
Oh, that shit was like, he was like, whoop, time to go. I'm like, dang, what happened? What happened?
Mind your business.
You were out of here. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
So before we get out here, man, what y'all eat for dinner tonight?
I
ain't even ate none.
You didn't? You gonna eat tonight? It's late.
I had some Chick-fil-A on my way home. I probably want some of this chili.
Oh.
You made homemade chili?
My mama made homemade chili yesterday.
Okay. With cornbread or crackers?
Crackers.
Okay.
Do you eat your chili over rice or just
normally I just do regular, but I've had it over rice before and it's good.
Yeah.
I think rice kind of makes it more filling.
It is a filler, yeah. Yeah.
I'm telling you, try those.
So the time I had it over rice, somebody else, like it was
try a friend of mine.
They could my old Caribbean friend I used to talk to would do it like chili with the rice. That was the first time I had it like that, and it was good.
Yeah. Try over spaghetti. It's delicious.
Chili over spaghetti?
Why not spaghetti?
It's just spaghetti though. That's how it's basically like spaghetti. No, just a different flavor.
Yeah. Adrian, what you cook tonight? We know Coco didn't cook shit. You know she.
I did a steak, lima beans, corn, and baked sweet potato.
Ooh.
God damn, you be cooking.
Yeah, that's a regular night. That's a Thursday.
Yeah, that's a regular night. Yeah.
What you cook, Big?
Yeah.
It just be you, Adrian?
Yeah, it's just me.
Well, you know, last night, you know, I've been
cooking. You buy like the little small.
It look.
What do you cook
in the kitchen?
Huh?
Nah.
It's a lot.
At least for like 2 days.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I cooked last night.
Okay.
Like not till the night before, I had did with a baked chicken, with an orgeat gravy and northern beans. Last night we kept it ghetto. We had I made my famous fried chicken, and we ate it with light bread and hot sauce. You know what I'm saying? Something like, you know what I'm saying. So tonight, I was supposed to cook. I took out cube steak, but we had to do the show, so I'm not gonna eat. So I'm probably gonna order a pizza. You know what I'm saying?
You love damn pizza. Frankie over there?
No, I probably won't see. Well, I don't know when I'll see him, but hopefully hopefully, my cousin got a birthday party this weekend, so I'm gonna see the wife will go get him. You know what I'm saying? No, his mom says that he's every time he come home, he always hungry. Bitch. Yeah.
Hey, don't do it.
Huh?
We are on the show.
Right.
Oh.
You know we see it live.
Oh, damn, my bad. I forgot. Oh, I love her. She's an amazing mother.
Okay.
No. So I'm kind of like, like when every time I get him, he always hungry too. But I didn't even retort. I just sometimes just don't even respond. So I think we moved on. So
Kids are always hungry, especially little kids. They stay hungry.
Right. They say they hungry. They don't be hungry. They just want something.
Yeah. So that's why I'm asking you guys as mothers. Frank, like, is that normal for him to always like be hungry, like he go between parents?
They say that, and they don't even be hungry sometimes. I think they just say that because
and y'all be around me, so he eat all the fucking time when he around me. So it'd be like,
and Frankie say that when I be around, he always talking about he hungry, he wants something.
But he eat
a lot of times
he eat the whole time. He eat the whole time when you're around. He eat all he do is fucking eat all the time. Like I let him eat. You know what I'm saying?
But a lot of times kids say they hungry, but they really be wanting specific stuff. Like I want some candy or some chips.
Yeah.
They can say they hungry. You offer them real food, and they don't really want food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How many times I had to order him food? Then he eat like 3 pieces of it. It just cost me $30, but I don't trip. You know what I mean? So I just feel like it's still all a work in progress. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, that's why I thought he was with you when you said something about pizza, because I know you always ordering done pizza.
You just give him a pizza once a week, so I eat a pizza about once a week. I mean, my mom did get on me a little bit, so I've been making him eat more like square meals
healthy
and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they said what he want, you know what I'm saying. So the particular day when I was taking back, we had crushed wheat, blueberry pancakes, and syrup, you know what I'm saying, and eggs, you know what I'm saying, and he had like 9 snacks. So I don't know how he was hungry. He might have been, but so it's all work in progress. Shout out to little Frankie. Shout out to his mom, the whole family. You know what I'm saying.
Adrian, you seen Big Mama before? She looked good. Good shape and everything. Mama 63.
Yeah. Whoa. What you mean?
I don't know what big come from.
Yeah. So yesterday, shout out to 2 days ago, we went on the tour to Atrium. We decided not to. Well, I decided that when I decided not to. We could come to a good agreement. So I don't want to pressure anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to stress my finance too much to where I regret it. So I did take my mom with her. My mom wanted me to, because by me having this time off now, I had me to get back spend time with my mom. So she, I used to always chauffeur my mom around, spend time with her. So it was kind of good to kind of get out of the house and chauffeur around and show a little bit, what I do every day. Mm-hmm. And so COCO came and met us, and she had on no clothes.
I did have on clothes. I was leaving the gym, Adrian.
She had just left the gym.
But I put a sweater on.
Well, I
mean, granted, it was like a halter type sweater, but it was still a sweater.
I mean, the whole ride home, like, does she usually dress like? I said, Mom, please let this go. Like,
that's what you're saying.
Like, so when y'all were together, I said, Mama, she was not naked. I said, please do not forward this and say this when we get home. Please, I beg. That woman was not naked. Well, I'm just saying, like, I just don't know, because I don't understand. I'm like, you understand. Exactly. That woman just left the gym. She came, she said, well,
I told her I had just left the gym, man.
And she was like, I just was saying, she left nothing to be desired. I said, Mama, people have physical issues. They try to overcompensate with less clothing. It's fine.
Wait a minute. I don't have to overcompensate, sir. I was leaving the gym.
She did. She was like,
I mean, she said something when she got out the car, Adrian. We get out the car. She had like, where your clothes? What she say? She was like, I was like, I mean, I got a sweater.
Yeah. My mom was like, damn. No, she said, damn. She was damn. You sure? No, she said you sure got just enough or some shit. She said like that.
She said something smart about me now.
Yeah, and I was like, oh god, this thing. I said, damn, it's her to get up in here. And she was like, well, I just want to make sure. I said, mom, it's okay. Like I never even noticed. I never even noticed what. I never even noticed. So.
I wear clothes though. I was leaving the gym.
You usually do. She just left the gym. So that's why earlier when you taught me, and I was talking to Simi, that's why I was like, you know, what I'm saying,
but you know what? Every time your mama see me, almost because she saw me at that
every
pool
time.
party.
She said every time I see that goddamn woman, she never have on no goddamn clothes. And I was like, mom, because that's how I used to be with Portia. It just so happened every time she come over, Portia just been on left the gym, or she was getting ready for a photo shoot, or getting ready for a show. And
I wear clothes. I wish you could see me now.
I say, Portia, listen, before I open the door, could you please go put on something? Because she don't understand. It's like if I get home, I'm at hit this shit. So you got, but luckily, we have.
Last time she saw me, Adrian, I had on. It was at the pool party, so I just had on like the top, the bra light top, and I had some little bitty cut off jeans.
Yeah.
So it was like
my mom was a little bit more conservative, so it's okay, it's fine. We really not gonna
I gotta be dressed. I don't want her to get that image in her head of me though.
I mean, she know you ain't shit. I know you ain't shit. Adrian know you ain't shit. It's okay. I mean, I'm saying like, I just feel like I tell my mama and my wife all the time, like in this industry, you're gonna be around women who express themselves in different ways. Some express themselves with their mind, with their mouth. Some express themselves with their body.
Yeah.
I pay all
three.
I pay none of it any attention because I show my body off a lot too.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, you do. You do.
And so it's like, hey, they don't get offended, so why should I?
Yeah.
Why you in a cricket ass shirt? Now, let's get to his hat. That is a very nice hat. I have a love for
okay. Yeah, I've been asking for merchandise ever since, just like I ask for merchandise every time we have guests on the show. So I was finally able to get merchandise.
So you got a whole outfit, you just got a hat?
No, I just got a hat. I only got a hat. I'm not.
Yeah. So we got the owner of the company. He coming September 30th on the show. The owner, we got Love for Crew J. He came last year, so he coming September 30th. He gonna be in the city. So I don't know exactly what we're gonna do. We probably go to Icon Studio and do the interview. But if I get a good rate, I don't mind paying. Jay coming. Hopefully, we might be a new studio by then. Who knows? But Jay coming. September 30th, you know what I'm saying?
Where's Icon Studios?
It's downtown. Ian Burke, this is his studio.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So we might rent there a couple hours and go film him some dope, some fresh, some like a grown and sexy vibe. You know what I mean? So hopefully, I might bring the lizard skins out then.
What? Okay.
This shit gonna be a fucking alligator. Goddamn lizard on you.
To my little skin boots.
That's what I'm saying. Your fat ass feet ain't gonna be no damn lizard.
I'm sorry. Wait, let me tell you something. Just because you hate on these big niggas out here, your little cousin, your sister, your auntie, they getting fucked. Okay? You keep going with them little Ricky Ricardos and Mr. Buff. You gonna be at home in the room by yourself again. You gonna be with a teddy bear, caressing him, rubbing him,
as long as he's
being rocked to sleep all night.
You say long as he's soft.
Long as he's soft.
So Adrian, are you attracted to plus size guys? Did I just say that?
Yeah,
you did just say plus size guy. That's what
I don't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean
yes,
it.
Yes, you did. Big, you plus size.
Yeah. That sounds gay a little bit. Adrian, fuck her. Are you a chubby chaser?
Yes, I like fluffy guys. We'll call him Fluffy.
Fluffy.
Yeah, okay. I don't really like Fluffy either. But
Oh, Fluffy. Fluffy is good.
Fluffy
That's a
is
good name.
But I mean,
you just want a good man. You don't give a damn what he is.
yeah, it really don't matter. But really, because to be honest,
I'm the same way.
options is like 0 to none. So it doesn't even matter what I like anymore. So y'all just
what that mean? What that mean?
You know what they mean.
Boy, if y'all put that down, what big black dick?
Y'all come on, nigga. They got it. They got a goddamn 80-inch screen remote. Goddamn, yo.
No.
Yeah, so
who? No.
yeah, but hey man, it was fun once again, man. We always have fun when we get together, man. It's been real. Coco, thank you for finally coming in. Adrian, thank you for holding me down today. I thank you. I thank you, Adrian.
Yes. We need to start just doing more shows like this sometimes.
That's what I'm telling you. We have to incorporate it.
I'm talking about just us, even if we ain't got no guests.
We can, but I don't want to call you. I was want to try to overwork you on Joe Jackson. So I told you in the beginning, I wanted to start because this is what everybody.
This ain't bad though. Like this is like organic.
This actually it's easy to do it like this as it comes to the studio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying, even when it's just us and not a guest, I feel like it's not bad when it's just a, you know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of more organic conversations.
Yeah. I don't know where my phone at. This nigga don't hit my damn phone. Yeah, so you know, it's more organic conversation, and I like the budget on it. I'm all about.
Are you talking about this live screen?
Yeah, you see, my son got his first car today. You know what I'm saying? He saved up his money.
Yeah,
he got his look. He's calling me now.
Proud of him.
Yeah, I'm proud of him. Proud of him.
Yeah,
I'm just playing. We are proud of him. He saved up his money. He got his little car, man. He paid for everything himself, his own insurance. Yeah. He paid, you know what I'm saying? He saved up, he did right. And as a father, that's all you want to. You make sure you're doing right by your kids. You're teaching them right. Well, no matter how old they get, they understand that you got their back. It's okay for them to be adult like, you know. So Coco, how was it when your son got his first car?
He done been through so many cars, but his most recent car that he got,
that's what I'm asking. He got his first car, like
his first real car, his first real car that he got on his own. I was proud of him. I was like super proud of him. I think it was more so because I know it made him feel good about himself. You know what I'm saying? I know it was like a self-esteem booster for him. So I was like really proud of him. And really, every time I see the car, still to this day, when I see him with his car like newer and nicer than mine, it's like, but I'm proud of him. Like,
Adrian, how was it when your son got his first new car?
It was good. He was excited. Go on the car lot. I think the first car was a Challenger or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and he was excited. So just, you know, that was. It's a big difference. You can tell in raising your kids for them to even be able to have that experience. There's some people, they 30-something and never had a car, just still getting rides. So yeah. I
ain't got no car.
Okay.
I ain't got no car, I ain't got nothing. I'm a poor ass man. I'm out here. Why do you keep getting what is she doing? What's she doing back there?
Are you worried about me? I'm wrapping up. Cause just cause you lonely and Ebony ain't at home, ain't nobody gonna be on this live with you all night.
First of all, I've been trying to wrap up for fucking 30 minutes. You said you had one fucking point. You talked about it for an hour.
Somebody been trying to wrap up. People want to know when he talk about the kids' first car. You know what we eat.
All
right. What you gonna eat for breakfast in the morning, Adrian? That's the next thing. What y'all gonna?
Okay, you know what? I'm through with her motherfucking. You know what? Adrian, next week, man. We'll see.
All right.
It's a media show with BIGGZ Coco. Damn, Coco. We don't want Coco here no more, man. We don't want Coco here no more.
Love y'all.
Let these photos. Go on and end the show, man. Go on and end the goddamn show.
You so petty, man. Listen, y'all. Hey guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in. It's been fun as always. I want to thank y'all for being a part of the media show and a part of Coco's world, the one and only. Adrian, you got anything you want to say to these folks?
All right, so thank you guys. It was good being with you guys this week. Thank you hope you guys enjoyed the Swagalicious Media gossip for this week. Look forward to seeing you guys next week. Again, thank you, the media show, BIGGZ and COCO, for having me on.
We'll be back Tuesdays and Thursdays. We out. Glenwood, Big Hood, bitch.
Yeah.